is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi.
The state of our union is strong and getting stronger.
President Biden delivering his State of the Union address last night, warning democracy is at stake in this year's election. He also had this to say about Laken Riley after being heckled by Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
Yes, he called her Lincoln. While Democrats praised his energy, Republicans say the speech was partisan. Former President Trump saying, quote, he was angry, mentally disturbed, and misrepresenting a lot of facts concerning almost every subject he discussed. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
Southern Heritage Bank can help your dreams about a new home come true. And Welcome Home Grant Funds can provide up to $20,000 per home beginning March 1st to assist with closing costs and down payment for low to moderate income home buyers, and up to $25,000 for veterans. Now is the perfect time to pre-qualify for your home loan. Stop by or apply online at southernheritagebank.com/mortgage. It's not every day that you buy a house. Let us help you enjoy the experience. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome in here. It is 7:03. It's a Friday morning. It's the 8th day of March. It's several things happening here right before local and state news. It's getaway day for a lot of people as spring break will begin officially, I guess, after school today. For some, it will begin a lot earlier. We'll talk about the girls' state tournament and our coverage plans and that sort of thing in just a moment. Plus, you spring your clocks forward 1 hour on Sunday night, or excuse me, on Saturday night. On Saturday night, so a lot happening there. We want to bring you a couple of stories here, and then we have more to come. Bradley County Board of Education met last night. Director of Schools Dr. Linda Cash announced that Bradley County Schools will dismiss early Monday, April 8th because of the solar eclipse and safety concerns. 90% of the sun will be obscured, and elementary schools are going to dismiss on April 8th at 11 a.m. Also, middle and high schools will dismiss at 11:30 a.m. Also at the board meeting, Bradley County Board of Education meeting last night, School Board Attorney Scott Bennett proposed an agreement between the county school district and France Law Group, organizing a campaign against some social media outlets targeting students through advertising campaigns. The board voted to consider the litigation and noted their intention was not about winning recovery money in the lawsuit, but rather to help set guardrails for social media companies who advertise to children. All right. Also in our news this morning, folks, I apologize. I got a little breaking stuff I'm handling here at the present time, and so we're going to do that in a second. I apologize. Bridget, we're doing 50 things at one time here, and sometimes I have to do it at the same time, so I apologize. Well, why am I apologizing to these people? They don't deserve it.
Yes, they do.
I'm bringing you the information this morning. Come on now. Bradley County Board of Education meeting, 3rd District School Board member Teddy Bryson was appointed to the Capital Outlay Committee. Board Chair Vicki Beatty will also serve on that committee. The board granted Dr. Linda Cash also the authority to approach the Bradley County Commission for funding of Phase 1 of the Hopewell Elementary expansion and track addition and repairs to the track at Bradley Central High School. And also, Nancy Kaysen, 1st District Board of Education member, proposed and presented a letter in support of a piece of legislation making its way through the state legislature to return some of the revenue collected during the process of recording a deed back to Bradley County. It was back to the county's record in. Right now, the revenue is staying with the state. The bill would also allocate half of unencumbered revenue for school projects back to the local school systems. Also during the meeting was discussed, schools will be closed next week for spring break, March 11th through 15th. Schools also will be closed Good Friday, March 29th, and again on April the 1st for parent-teacher conferences. State Department of Labor and Workforce Development released the January unemployment data at the county level yesterday. Unemployment for Tennessee as a whole increased to 3.5% from 3.4%. These are actually February numbers, not January. Bradley County's unemployment rate rose 0.3 of a percentage point to 3.6%. Polk County rose to 3.9% from 3.5% in December. McMinn County's rate at 4.4%, which that is up from 3.8%. Ray County up 0.5 to 4.6%. Meigs County highest unemployment rate in the state, 5.7%, jumped up an entire point, a percentage point from the previous month. And we have a story making its way through actually national news this morning about Republican Congressman Chuck Fleischman, who declared that he would support Israel forever and declared, quote, goodbye to Palestine, end quote, in a video posted on Wednesday, in which he and pro-Palestinian activists yelled over one another. The congressman from Southeast Tennessee said what he meant, according to Local 3, is unclear. And it's about a minute and a half long video of the exchange, which was posted on Wednesday, and it's amassed now up hundreds of thousands of views. Fleischman walking briskly down a hallway, activists peppering him with questions, and that was his response. So we have actually this morning reached out to Congressman Fleischman, and he has he said he is actually going to call us here this morning. It's actually making national news this morning, and this story. So we'll get. Apparently, we're going to get the congressman's take on it himself. Really, as soon as he calls us. It is 9:30 after 7 o'clock. All right, Bridget, it's one of the biggest days that I can remember in a long time in local athletics.
Yes, very big day today. It's the semifinals round of the state tournament. And, of course, Cleveland girls and Bradley girls both in the semifinals round. So we all know if they both win their games today, that sets up a state championship between Cleveland and Bradley tomorrow.
So in the history of team sports locally, it's never happened where Bradley and Cleveland have met for an actual state championship. So it is a very, very special, at least in basketball. It's a very, very unique situation. So here's what's going to happen. Bartlett out of Memphis, Cleveland High School, will play Bartlett at 10:30. Let me go back a little bit. We're going to have a special pregame show at 10 a.m. This morning, presented by Tennessee Wesleyan University. Cleveland Bartlett at 10:30. Folks, listen, the easiest way to do this is to download the free Mix 1041 app. That means you can listen on your phones, your mobile devices. Honestly, that's what I do after Shelton downloaded the app for me several years ago. Think I know how to do it? Of course not. Anyway, You can do that on our website or download from our website, thanks to CHI Memorial. Back-to-back now. So Cleveland at 10:30. Bradley follows immediately at noon Eastern Time. They'll play Coffee County in their semifinal, so it's a state Final Four. Both games here on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. By the way, exclusive coverage of both games. Our teams are, I believe, either there or heading there now. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Gary Owenby, Steve Wills. I put our teams up against anybody in the nation. They do a tremendous job, great job informing you and informing all of us, really. And so we would encourage you to do that. All supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. The state finals will be Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday. So keep that in mind, especially, obviously, Bradley and or Cleveland win their semifinal games this morning. Today, they would play Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I will tell you this. If both teams win, we'll have coverage on both of our stations, two of our stations with both of our teams, our play-by-play team. So here on Mix 104.1 and Talk 101.3 The Buzz, if both teams win their semifinal games today. But very exciting. Also, a big contest, Free Movie Friday this morning, Oscars edition. We're giving away a pair of movie passes. Tell us who you think's going to win Best Picture. The Oscars have a new significance this year, a lot of significance with Barbenheimer being huge over the summer. Both are nominated, Barbie and Oppenheimer, although Oppenheimer has won pretty much all of the awards leading into the Oscars. It's Sunday night, an hour earlier than usual, 7 o'clock. And so if you want to pick, you can call or text 423-614-6499. That's your entry for a pair of movie passes from the UEC 14.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no accidents to tell you about this morning. Just talked with dispatch. They do tell us there is a disabled vehicle on the interstate I-75 southbound around the 30-mile marker, so be aware of that. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rent-A-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland, efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
Bridget, let's check our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Josh Taylor today. Of course, Bradley County School Board member. His wife tells us he also manages L&B Appliance, the pastor at New Beginning Fellowship Church, and he's a part-time professor at Lee University. So happy birthday to Josh today. Also, Ross Wheeler is 18 today. That is from Mom, Dad, and Reagan. He's a senior at Walker Valley. Camden Gober is going to be 19 tomorrow, a student at UTC, and he'll be transferring to UT Knoxville in the fall. That's from Mom, Dad, Tragan, Gracie, and Lucy. Diane Jenkins is celebrating on Sunday. The birthday wish says to the best Mimi. That is from Caden, Connor, and Cannon. And then Grayson Pike is going to be 9 on Sunday, a third grader at Parkview. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The volunteer Rent-A-Pest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list.
All right, we go to the phones right now. Mix 1041, mixtv.tv. We're joined by Congressman Chuck Fleischman. Congressman, good morning.
Steve, good morning. Just got off the baseball diamond, and there are only 6 of us out this morning because of the State of the Union last night, but played well for an old man, still can hit, still can field and throw, so congressional baseball and your congressman's still in good shape.
An early Friday morning baseball practice. Well, Congressman, a couple of things we wanted to ask you about this morning, and I appreciate your time. But first of all, obviously, you are very much in the news this morning for a situation, I believe, in the hallways of the Capitol, the hallway of the Capitol, where you were approached by some protesters, activists, whatever, and you are being your comments to them about Palestine are being or actually have made national news this morning. I just want to get your take on this and what happened here.
Sure. Palestinian protesters, ever since October the 7th, have come to Capitol Hill in droves. They have blocked roads. They tried to do that last night to the presidential motorcade. These are people who have a radical left-wing, pro-Hamas agenda. And usually, Steve, as you know, I hold my head, but they were heckling me the other day, coming back, and they were saying really, literally terrible things about Israel, about the Jewish people, and it was outrageous and shocking. And I was tired, and I just let them have it. I told them that as long as I had a voice and a vote, I would be supporting Israel. It's the Jewish state. I told them in no uncertain terms that I felt God was with Israel. So they tried to vilify me with that and with those comments. But the reality is I did not know I was on national TV, but I stood up for Israel. I stood up for the United States. I stood against radical Islamic terrorism. I stood up against Hamas, and I always will.
So let me ask you this, and you know, with this blowing up as it has, do you regret anything about the encounter?
Yeah, that they persist. They did it again yesterday. They literally come up and go to congressional offices. They bother people. But I got angry with them because I'm tired of the daily, constant, radical Hamas rhetoric and left-wing rhetoric that defiles our good friend and ally Israel. And what happened on October the 7th to the people. I was with a commander from the IDF just this week. Hamas went in, raped, pillaged, plundered, killed in an unprovoked attack against Israel. And the reality is that I have had enough of that. When they refer to Israel as an apartheid state and say they engaged in genocide, I've had enough. Israel has a right to defend itself. It will defend itself. And America will stand with Israel and against these radical terrorists. And I had enough. So overwhelming support from around the world, not only from our Jewish friends, but from our great Christian evangelical. So I'd rather not be confrontational, but these people are confrontational. They are relentless. They keep coming and bothering members of Congress. They even bothered Miss Ocasio-Cortez the other day.
Yeah, I
so
saw that. Yeah.
Democrats. Yeah, they're bothering Republicans. They're bothering Democrats, and they're wrong. Israel is our ally. Israel was attacked on October 7th. Israel is still under attack. They fire rockets, whether it's Hamas, Hezbollah in the north, and it's time that we stand up and dispel the lies of Hamas. And again, I didn't seek them out. They sought me out. They heckled me, and I let them have it.
We're joined by Congressman Chuck Fleischman. Got to get your take on the State of the Union last night. You, of course, were in the chamber, which no matter who is the president, no matter who that is, what party they're affiliated with, that has to be an absolute slice of history of this nation to be in that room when that address is delivered.
Well, Steve, prior to my tenure in Congress, and I'm in my 14th year, and I proudly represent all of the citizens of Bradley County and Hamilton County, and I know you reach folks in both venues. State of the Union has always been a special event. As a member of Congress, I get a seat. I get a seat for a guest. and it should be something special. Joe Biden disgraced himself last night. I've seen some bad State of the Unions, but this was his worst. As an American, to sit there and see him demean justices of the Supreme Court, an independent constitutional branch of the judiciary, for him as President of the United States to demean them, it is shameless and wrong. For him to sit there and demean by not mentioning his name, but calling his predecessor out in almost 20 times, for him to demean Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a great president and will be a great president again. I'm all in for him. Joe Biden is an abysmal failure. He failed at the border. He failed on the economy. He's failed the American people. And his vitriol last night to come into that chamber and demean members of the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and our great nation, and to blatantly lie. He cannot raise teachers' pay. He cannot do anything for preschool. It was outrageous and shameful, the worst State of the Union, and I've seen some bad ones, but he took the cake last night. He needs to be beaten in November, Steve. We need to get Donald Trump back in the White House. We need to return the House with some good numbers and a great majority. We have a slim majority of 2 right now, sir. And we need to take back the United States Senate and get this country back on track. Too long. This radical left-wing agenda, Biden's not only incompetent, he's wrong.
We're joined by Congressman Chuck Fleischman. Congressman, I want to go back to the beginning because our television audience is now joining us, and I know it'll be a little repetitive, and I apologize for that, but now we're on our mixed TV. You're speaking now to to another audience. I want to go back to the beginning and just ask for your take on what happened in the hallways of the Capitol. When there was, as the news is out this morning, that you said to a protester, quote, "Goodbye to Palestine," in a video that's making the rounds and made national news this morning. We're joined by Congressman Chuck Fleischman, if you're now watching on Mixed TV. Congressman, just give us your take on what happened.
Well, radical left-wing Hamas protesters who bother us almost every day. They did it yesterday. They did it the day before. They bother Republicans. They bother Democrats. They protest. They know I support Israel 100%. I've condemned them for the attacks against Israel on October 7th. They block roads in Washington, D.C. They tried to do that yesterday. They've done that before. Basically what they did was they heckled me for quite some time walking back to my office, as they do other members of Congress, and I got tired of their lies. They try to say, and they do say, horrible untruths about our dear friend and ally Israel. They demean the Jewish people. They demean the Jewish state. And I just had enough. I was tired, and I let them have it. And I basically told them that I'm going to stand with Israel. God is going to stand with Israel. I think it's biblical. But what's worse, they're spreading lies about Israel, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And the American people should not be subject to their lies about Israel. Hamas is a terrorist organization. They attacked and killed innocent Jewish citizens in Israel. They've taken hostages. They still have hostages. This is an untenable position. They're wrong 100%, and I let them have it. And I want to see peace in the Middle East, but Israel has got to be acknowledged and recognized by the world and their right to exist and the like. So what I was saying was goodbye to their position. They are wrong. They continue to be wrong. They harassed me. They heckled me yesterday. But the reality is I was unaware that it was on national news, but I just spoke the truth. The calls we're getting overwhelmingly, not only from the people of the 3rd District, but also from around the world. Everywhere from Jerusalem to Europe to all over this country are supporting us just by telling the truth and protecting our dear friend and ally, Israel. The Jewish people have suffered too long. And when I told the Jewish people a long time ago, never again, after the Holocaust, I mean never again. We've got to protect them.
Congressman Chuck Fleischman, Congressman, I really appreciate your time this morning and your views, and I'm sure we'll talk with you soon.
Thank you, sir. Be well, Steve.
You as well.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Congressman Chuck Fleischman, and we will say that is the Congressman's first interview since this video, as the kids say, gone viral, and actually that has made national news this morning. So that is Congressman Fleischman's side of what happened. So it is now 7:26, and we'll come back with more in a moment.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Transform your window project with Cleveland Exteriors. High-quality Viwintech windows built to last a lifetime. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional windows. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Dad, are these numbers right? Our factory's been overproducing mattresses for most of the year.
The boys were on a heater and I just let them cook.
What?
Yeah, well, when you have a crew of craftsmen like we do, you just gotta let them go.
Well, I guess there's one thing to do.
Right now at Mermaid Mattress, get Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended mattress in America, starting at only 41 cents a night.
But people better hurry because at these prices, they won't last long.
And it's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
High of 66, more rain this evening with a low of 55. For tomorrow, overcast skies with rain showers at times, a high of 65 and a low of 39 tomorrow evening. And then on Sunday, a few clouds during the morning, mainly sunny by afternoon with a high of 54. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 53 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
All right, Mix 1041, good morning. It's a Friday before spring break. Everybody excited about that. A lot going on. We're springing forward on Saturday night. We go into daylight savings beginning Saturday night. Don't forget about that. And don't forget, I'm going to give you our full girls state tournament coverage for later this morning. Yes, this morning. We'll start our pregame at 10 o'clock this morning before Cleveland and Bartlett at 10:30. Bradley, Coffee County. Yes, the Final Four. At noon today, exclusively, both games on Mix 1041, also on the Mix app. That's a big download, folks, you need to make. Makes it easy on you. Go to our website to download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. Our app presented by CHI Memorial. So we are getting ready for all that. Our coverage supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Also, Bridget, it's Free Movie Friday. We're calling it the Oscars edition.
Yeah, that's right. So you have a chance to win a couple of movie passes. So you can call us or text us 614-6499. Again, our number 614-6499 if you'd like to win 2 movie passes this morning.
They need to pick the best picture of the Oscars.
Okay.
So who do they think? You know, Barbenheimer was big over the summer. Most people think that Oppenheimer is going to win Best Picture. That's my pick. Gideon Ratcliffe, Mr. Movies. That's what his new name is now. Just came up with that, Mr. Movies.
Okay.
He's coming in next hour. He's going to lay it down for you. And I'm sure none of you will be betting on it. 7:30, Bridget and her mother, of course, have been running a illegal betting ring. It's now legal. So is that part of your Do Nothing Party platform?
Yes, it is.
Just betting, gambling?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Okay. All right, back in a second.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Good morning. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol Report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. And as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Loans up to $20,000. Call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance, 950 25th Street in Cleveland in front of Ace Hardware, 423-458-3007. Online at southlandfinance.net. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
All right, Brooke, so tell me, why did you choose Auto Square?
We were just blown away by the customer service. What my husband especially...
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
It's time for your Cleveland area community calendar presented by Tenova Healthcare. Learn more about Tenova Healthcare in Cleveland by visiting them online at tenovacleveland.com.
The deli inside Green Acres offers hot plate lunches and dessert options each weekday. You can enjoy hot biscuits for breakfast or homemade chicken salad, burgers, hot dogs, and more for lunch. They also have fresh produce, also local honey, and more. That's at Green Acres, 4450 Georgetown Road, across from Candies Creek Cherokee Elementary School. You can check out their Facebook page for their daily specials. That's at Green Acres.
Hello to the Dillards. Good morning. Keep Brent running back there in the kitchen. Just make sure he doesn't come out front and see the people. That'd be bad. Dawn, can you handle that? All right, it is 7:35 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
Posh and Lavish is an all-natural latex and wool line of mattresses sold exclusively by Mermaid Mattress. Come take a test rest and you'll receive a free latex pillow, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have a few rain showers here early in the day and then a more steady rain by afternoon, a high of 66 and a low of 55 this evening. For tomorrow, overcast skies with rain showers at times, a high of 65 and a low of 39 tomorrow evening. And then on Sunday, a few clouds during the morning, mainly sunny by afternoon with a high of 54. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 53 degrees.
All right, this portion or this weather forecast, which I can't find. Oh, here. Let's find. We found Ashley RFRV here. She's going to tell you about Aubrey's for about 9 seconds.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most
Well,
fresh
she'd only
and
talk
delicious
9
foods
seconds
in
to
East
me.
Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
Let me remind you about Aubrey's Southern Living, best locally owned restaurant in Tennessee. At 7:36, it's time for the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello, human kindness. The Sports Report, sponsored in part by the town squire, Larry McDaniel, licking his chops, ready to go. Says, go Lady Raiders, go Bearettes. Larry called me a couple of days ago. He said, you know, when they played last night, he said, you realize, Steve, they could play each other for the state championship. That's exactly right. So we'll get into all of it in a second.
When it comes to the occasions where a tuxedo is required, experience counts. The Town Squire has been this area's tuxedo headquarters for over 40 years. Weddings, proms, any special occasion. Great selection of accessory colors and styles, including slim and ultra slim fit for the most important occasions. The Town Squire is your tuxedo headquarters in the Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee.
Oh, what an unprecedented situation we find ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. The girls' state tournament Final Four in 4A. Cleveland High School will take on Memphis Bartlett at 10:30 Eastern Time this morning. Are they going to have class at Cleveland this morning? You guys having class? Cleveland Bartlett, 10:30 here on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. Bradley Central High School will be in the other semifinal. They'll take on Coffee County at noon today, noon Eastern, right here exclusively on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. Download the free Mix 104.1 app, folks. It just makes sense. Do that at mymix1041.com. Presented by CHI Memorial. Now, a couple of things, a couple of notes here. We'll start with a very special pregame show at 10 o'clock this morning, which is presented by Tennessee Wesleyan University. And, of course, we'll have the games. Cleveland Bartlett, 10:30. Bradley Coffee County at noon. These are Eastern times. Back-to-back. Our high school basketball, all of our high school athletic coverage, thanks so much to Wholesale Supply Group. Josh Rogers is just a small price we have to pay dealing with him. No, thanks so much, Wholesale Supply. They make it all possible, along with our sponsors. And we'll hold the air beginning at 10:30 through both games here on Mix 104.1. If one or both Cleveland and or Bradley wins today, I'm going to turn the music down. The state championship game is Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And if you're watching MixTV.tv right now, Fruit Loops has put the bracket up. Hey, Fruit Loops, how excited are you about this? Do you care? You got a microphone?
Yes. Yes, I care. Of course. This is it's an exciting day, and I'm looking forward to listening to both of them play today.
This is it's historic.
Really is.
It's exciting, and I think it started dawning on even the casual observer locally that, wait a second. Cleveland and Bradley could play each other for a state championship. I mean, this takes the level of a Bradley-Cleveland game in any sport to a whole new level. And I've been reminded about some other sports where it has happened for the state championship. Most of those are individual sports. However, this is the first time in basketball. And so there they are. If you're watching and looking on MixTV.tv right now, you see the bracket. And then, again, if one or both of these teams win locally, they would play Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Hey, Fruit Loops, I wonder how many spring break plans would change and maybe include a trip to Murfreesboro.
I'd say there'll be quite a crowd there. Even today, I know there'll be a big crowd. So, and
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it. Both teams have been playing outstanding, and so it should be a very good day here in Bradley County.
Yeah, we'll have it all here, Mix 104.1, also on the Mix app. And a big thank you to Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Gary Ornby, and Steve Wills. I'd put these guys up against anybody in the nation. They do a tremendous job bringing the action to all of us here. And so thank you, gentlemen. I know they're probably heading over. They are doing a great service to all of us, and they are absolutely the tops. And I thank them very much for what they do. Well, we had a bad story.
It's definitely rewarding. Sorry, I was going to say it is definitely rewarding and exciting to have both of our sets of broadcasters involved today. So,
and let me say, so if we were to have Cleveland Bradley on Saturday at 2:00 Eastern time for the state championship, just say that a few times. That's kind of amazing. Bridget, we would have the game on both stations, Mix 104.1 and Talk 101.3 The Buzz, both of our teams.
That's right. Yeah, and I got to see Terry and Greg off this morning. They met here at the station.
They already been here?
Yes, they have.
Greg,
and,
Greg Phillips got up that early?
He did.
They beat Steve here this morning. I mean, you know.
What?
I said they beat you here this morning.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I beat you here this morning, big boy. So let's not start talking to me about who got here first now. You're all excited.
We actually just got a really good question. Do we know the admission cost for the games?
It's $15.
Is it really?
Yes.
15 is it?
Is it
Yes,
15?
Yep.
What is it, a Lakers game? What are we sitting with Jack Nicholson? What are you talking about? $15?
Yes.
The name of the Lord's going on over there. Hey, Patrick Spangler's on the board of control. Let's get him involved here. I'll throw him on the bus. Really? It's $15?
It is the state title. It's the state championship games.
What am I playing? I mean, what am I going to get in the game? Good Lord. Whatever. You know what? It's worth a lot more than that.
I'd say it's worth the view at the Glass House.
Okay, fine, whatever. Thanks, Fruit Loops. Hey, aren't you going to be eating cereal with somebody today? Didn't we do that yesterday?
Yes, me and Bud have breakfast planned this morning.
You realize we wanted to do this on the air. He comes to me yesterday. He said, Bud and I are going to breakfast. I said, is it on the air? No, we're just going to breakfast. I said, do you understand what promotion is? I mean, this is why I need a week off right here. This is it. All right, get off my radio. But do stay around. We're going to breakfast privately. That's not the point. The point was, the contest was, you would have cereal, Fruit Loops, and I'm going to turn you back on here. You would have cereal with the, quote, winner, the winner's the loser in this one. And so I'm going to breakfast.
You didn't say anything about on air. You just said that the prize was to have breakfast cereal with Fruit Loops. And so that's what we're doing. I've got my bags of Fruit Loops. But
you're going to do it without a camera anywhere in sight?
We'll get a good picture.
I don't have the energy. I really don't. All right, thanks. Get up. It's over. McMinn Central lost to York Institute in 2A yesterday in the 2A quarterfinals, 66-63. SEC women's tournament, the Lady Vols beat Kentucky 76-62. You know what? The men are going to beat Kentucky again tomorrow, 4 o'clock. How about that? At Thompson Bowling in Knoxville. Lady Vols will play Alabama at 1:25 tomorrow. No, today, actually. Lady Vols and Alabama in the SEC Women's Tournament, 1:25 today. Talk 101.3 The Buzz, presented by TVFCU. The Lee Lady Flames will take on Union in the Gulf South semifinals, the conference semifinals in Birmingham. Saturday at 3:15 at Sanford University. That'll be on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, presented by CHI Memorial. The Lee Flames, the men, will take on Alabama Huntsville in the Gulf South semifinals. That's going to be tomorrow night, Saturday night, 8:15. Talk 101.3 The Buzz, presented by CHI Memorial. All right, sports. And we're back in a moment, 7:45.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses,
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at job.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Choosing the right healthcare plan for you and your family can be overwhelming. Direct Primary Care Associates' new pharmacy benefits is the best choice for you and your family. With personalized attention, convenient telemedicine options, and free generic medications, Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits offers everything you need to keep you and your family healthy and happy. Say goodbye to long wait times, rushed appointments, and unexpected medical bills. Visit our website to learn more about how Direct Primary Care Associates can provide the best healthcare experience for you and your family. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable health care for all.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
Rascal Flats is no longer together. We have Dan and Shay. How about that? Let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list, 10 before 8.
Okay, happy birthday to Josh Taylor today. His wife tells us he wears many hats in the community. He is a Bradley County School Board member, manages L&B Appliance, a pastor at New Beginning Fellowship Church, and then a part-time professor at Lee University.
Well, hey, Josh, I was watching the school board meeting last night. Yes, I couldn't sleep. Anyway, speaking of sleep, why don't you try staying awake during the meeting? He kept nodding off. Every time Lovingood would speak, he'd have narcolepsy, His head would hit the desk, Every time Lovingood would say something, it was just like that. Just like that.
Oh, happy birthday, Josh.
But hey, happy birthday, right, Reverend Professor Dr. Bishop. God love you. What's the church again?
He's the pastor at New Beginning Fellowship Church.
Hey, let's have a new beginning of those board meetings, Josh. Try to stay awake, buddy. Okay, happy birthday.
Ross Wheeler is 18 today. That's from Mom, Dad, and Reagan.
Wow.
He's a senior at Walker Valley.
Man, we've done every one of his birthdays, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
Also, Camden Gober is going to be 19 tomorrow, a student at UTC. He's transferring to UT Knoxville in the fall. That's from Mom, Dad, Tragan, Gracie, and Lucy.
Todd and Nicole, wonder how old they are now. Man. He's 19?
He's 19.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Another one we've done all of his birthdays, probably.
Diane Jenkins is celebrating on Sunday. The birthday wish says to the best Mimi. That is from Caden, Connor, and Cannon. Grayson Pike is going to be 9 years old on Sunday, a third grader at Parkview Elementary. Faye Nolan is having a birthday today. That's from her niece Leslie. And then Kim Daniels is celebrating as well, calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us.
Another one for you.
Okay.
Got a couple for you.
All right.
Ann Person at Cleveland High School is celebrating a birthday. Now, she'd be one. I'd wonder if she's going to be at school today. I mean, is anybody going to Cleveland and Bradley today? I mean, aren't you people going to Murfreesboro?
Hopefully, they're all going.
I guess there'll be a lot of, I don't know what will happen. There's going to be a lot of, maybe like the rapture, except for you and your mother. You'll still be sitting here carrying on. Dr. Bill Estes' birthday is on Sunday. He's getting ready. He told me he's already ready for Mixed Madness.
All right.
Ready to go. City Councilman Bill Estes. Of course, he's dean of something over at Lee, but I can't remember. Nor do I care. All right. Back over to you.
Okay, call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427.
All right, so it's a Free Movie Friday Oscars edition. The Oscars are Sunday night, an hour earlier at 7 o'clock on ABC. And there's renewed interest in the show this year because of Barbenheimer. Barbie and Oppenheimer both nominated for Best Movie. And so what we're asking you to do, we're giving away a pair of movie passes to the UEC 14. We'll do this at 9 o'clock. Call or text who you think will win Best Picture. I know there are pictures nominated. I think they've nominated like 10 or 12 or something. But anyway, I think it's 10, actually. Oppenheimer has won actually all of the preliminary awards. Oppenheimer is one of the best movies I've seen in years. Not taking anything away from Barbie, but so who do you think is going to win? Bridget, what are the peeps saying? So that's how you enter this, folks. You text, call us, let us know who you think is going to win Best Picture Sunday night. Jimmy Kimmel, the host, he'll do a great job.
Bud Kinches says Oppenheimer will crush Barbie.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
Let's see. Seema Swartzel doesn't have a pick, but she does want to win the movie tickets.
Ryan Gosling is, Seema, going to do his song, I Am Ken, I believe it is, or something like that from Barbie.
Okay.
With 60 people on stage is what they're saying.
Wow. Yeah. Martha and Freddie Dover, they think the movie Barbie is going to win. Mm-hmm. Jim Veenstra says Oppenheimer, and then Christina Pierce also says Oppenheimer.
Call or text 423-614-6499. Now, you can be like, we all try to be like Seema. You can be like Seema, and if you want to just enter, you can do that. All right, it is 5 before 9. News is coming up at the top of the hour. Stand by, everybody.
This news update is brought to you by Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143.
And as you may have heard earlier in the hour, we had the first interview with Congressman Chuck Fleischman after his reaction to a protester at the nation's capital a couple of days ago. When he was confronted by the protester about the situation in Israel and Gaza, a pro-Palestinian activist yelled at the congressman. The congressman replied or declared, quote, "Goodbye to Palestine." So we interviewed Congressman Fleischman. This, by the way, the story's made national news this morning. We had an interview with him about 30 minutes ago. That is going to be up on mixtv.tv. If you want to go back and look at it, we'll have some highlights from that interview coming up. Bradley County Board of Education met last night. We'll have the details and more. Coming up, a check of the streets here at 3:30 before 8.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on Northley Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We are seeing a slowdown on the interstate. I-75 is southbound around exit 33, which is the Charleston exit, so be aware of that if you're coming maybe from the Athens area toward Cleveland. We're not seeing an accident where the cameras are set up, but and it is a backup there. I-75 southbound around exit 33, the Charleston exit. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
It is a what they'd call a red letter day in local sports history today. At the 4A, Class 4A Girls State Tournament today, Cleveland will play Bartlett at 10:30 this morning. We'll have a special pregame at 10 o'clock presented by Tennessee Wesleyan University. Cleveland Bartlett, 10:30. These are Eastern times right here on Mix 104.1 and the Mix app. And then Bradley plays Coffee County at noon today, also here on Mix and the Mix app. Download our app if you don't have it. It's free thanks to CHI Memorial. Download at mymix1041.com. And, of course, our high school coverage, all supplied by Wholesale Supply Group, or you need to check out Piper's Picks. Peter Piper picked a pick. Piper's Picks at Patty Pettit, please, at Wholesale Supply Group. Piper, she has made her lighting picks at Wholesale, and you're going to love those. All right, so that is our coverage. We're going to go back-to-back with Cleveland and Bradley. Obviously, if they both win, they play for a state championship. We hope they both win. Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time at MTSU in Murfreesboro. If both teams are in, I'll go ahead and tell you that game, if Cleveland plays Bradley for the state championship, would be on Mix 104.1 and Talk 101.3, The Buzz, and the app. Okay? That's how we would handle that on Saturday at 2 o'clock. They'd go on there probably at 1:30. And then now if it's one or the other, it'll be right here on Mix 104.1 on Saturday. But we're very excited about this. It's all coming up actually here in just about 2 hours from right now.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated. Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231.
This is Thomas Williams with Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
You get a yearly checkup, shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole.
sole owner of Pool Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. And we have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
You're watching Mixed Mornings on Mixed TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane.
As a traffic update for us.
Yeah, so we were seeing a backup on the interstate, I-75 southbound right there at exit 33, which is the Charleston exit. So just got this text in. An 18-wheeler has run off the road there between Charleston and Cleveland there. So that's the reason for that backup, I-75 southbound right there at exit 33. Thank you so much for that update.
All right, we're joined now by Alison Pryor, live from Local 3 this morning. Alison, good morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday. We've made it to the end of the week.
We certainly have, and it's very consequential. You're a Cleveland High School alumnus, a Cleveland High School Hall of Famer. The Cleveland Lady Raiders are in the Final Four for the first time in 16 years. Bradley in the Final Four. Allison, if they both win this morning, they could play for a state championship.
I know. We were talking about that during our sports this morning. I'm super excited. Obviously, I am going for the Lady Raiders, but I would love to see the Bearettes win and have double Bradley County. I mean, how cool would that be?
Never happened before in basketball, at least, and we're very excited about it. We're also, so let's talk about this, too. So we're springing forward Saturday night, is that right?
Yeah. That is correct. So we're springing forward. We're going to daylight saving time. So that means your sunrise and your sunset will both be an hour later. I think a lot of people enjoy having that extra hour of daylight in the evening time. But something to kind of mindful of for kids heading to school in the morning time for the next few weeks. It will be darker again for them heading off to school.
I'll give them something else to whine about, so that'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're joined by Alison Pryor. Now, I'm not going to be here next Friday, and spring break, starts Monday, or really for a lot of people, the basketball
really
may
today.
Start now.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask you, how's the wedding planning coming? First of all, are you still engaged?
Yes, still engaged. Wedding still happening, so that's good. Whew. A little nervous. But wedding planning is going really well. We actually went to a friend's wedding this weekend, and it was kind of nice sitting back at somebody else's wedding and getting excited for your own and, picking up some last minute ideas too.
Did you shove them out of the way and say, hey, let's just go ahead and get this thing done now?
Of course not, Steve. I was very respectful.
Or what you should have done is said, hey, we got the minister here, we got everything. Let's just do a trial run, and do a little rehearsal.
Let's just give it a shot. We'll save a lot of money that way, too.
All right. Hey, Allison, what are we looking at weather-wise for this weekend?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this weekend and go into next week since you were talking about it being spring break, too. So for Today, tonight, into tomorrow morning, we are going to have some rain. So as far as this morning goes to the first part of the afternoon, it's just a little bit of isolated sprinkles, light showers from about 3 o'clock onward. So 3 p.m. this afternoon through Saturday morning at about 7 a.m. We will have more widespread rain. Now it's going to be the heaviest in Georgia, so south of Cleveland. But in Cleveland, we're looking at about a ½ inch to an inch of total rainfall. Even the possibility of a few thunderstorms overnight. And then as you get past 7 a.m. on Saturday, a cold front's going to sweep through. With that, there could be a couple of additional hit or miss showers, say Saturday afternoon, but also wind is going to shift and come out of the northwest. So highs today, tomorrow, still mild in the 60s. Sunday morning, it's back to the 30s. Your highs on Sunday only in the mid 50s. But here's the good news of where it comes into play for spring break. If you're doing a staycation and staying in town, we're talking sunny skies Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Once we get through the next 24 hours, the next chance of rain is not till next Friday. So it's going to be really nice during that spring break time. It will be a little bit chilly on Sunday through Monday morning, but highs on Monday back to the 60s and then low 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Alison Pryor, Local 3. Alison, Cleveland High School Hall of Famer. How can we see you at Local 3?
Yeah, I would love for y'all to join us every Monday through Friday morning from 4:30 to 7 a.m. on Local 3 News.
All right, Alison. Hey, have a great week. I know you'll miss me terribly next Friday, so we'll just talk to you when I can.
That sounds good. You have a great spring break, Steve. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Alison. Thank you. All right, let's do this. The news up next.
This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios. This is Talk 1013 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 1013 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
Making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden, during his State of the Union address, addressing concerns about his age, saying he's been around a while.
My lifetime has taught me to embrace freedom and democracy.
Not mentioning former President Trump by name at all during the speech.
Other people my age see it differently. The American story of resentment, revenge, and retribution. That's not me.
He spoke about the wars in Gaza and Ukraine, reproductive rights, immigration, jobs, and the economy. House Speaker Mike Johnson on Fox calls the address overly partisan.
He came to give what has been described as a campaign speech, and it was that. It was very disappointing to all of us.
Alabama Senator Katie Britt with a Republican response.
President Biden just doesn't get it. He's out of touch.
The president follows up his speech with a campaign event in the Philadelphia area today. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Mix 1041, we're on Talk 1013 The Buzz. We're on MixTV.tv. Good morning to all of you, local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. There is a video that has circulated, and it shows Republican Congressman Chuck Fleischman declared that he would support Israel forever and declared, quote, goodbye to Palestine, in a video posted on Wednesday in which he and a pro-Palestinian activist yelled over one another. It happened in the halls of Congress on Wednesday. The congressman from Southeast Tennessee, Chuck Fleischman, and represents Bradley County as part of his United States Congressional District, spoke with us earlier this morning about what happened. It was his first interview since the story, and the story has made national news. And Congressman Fleischman spoke to us first earlier this morning. That interview will be posted in full later this morning on MixTV.tv. You can go back and watch it. But basically, what the congressman said is that he got angry. And he said that the pro-Palestinian activists have been, as he put it, harassing members of Congress, and not just Republican members of Congress, but also Democratic members of Congress since back in October. He said he got angry. He also gave a little more context into what he said about, quote, goodbye to Palestine. And all of that is in his the interview we did with him earlier this morning, about an hour ago. And that was his first interview since this situation. The Bradley County Board of Education met last night, and Director of Schools Dr. Linda Cash announced that Bradley County Schools is going to dismiss early on Monday, April the 8th, due to the solar eclipse and safety concerns. 90% of the sun will be obscured. Basically the way you live every day, Bridget. So
what's that supposed to mean?
90% of the sun is obscured in your world every day. What is this, news and comment?
It shouldn't be.
I don't know. Too bad. Anyway, we'll all identify with you. Elementary schools will dismiss at 11. Secondary schools will dismiss at 11:30. This is on Monday, April the 8th, the solar eclipse. School board attorney Scott Bennett also proposed an agreement between the Bradley County School System and Franz Law Firm, which has organized a campaign against some social media outlets targeting students through advertising campaigns. The board voted to consider the litigation, noted their intention was not about winning recovery money in the lawsuit, but rather to set guardrails for social media companies and advertising to children. And there is more news from the school board meeting last night. You can watch the meeting at mixtv.tv. And the state unemployment rates are out this morning. Tennessee's unemployment rate for January is 3.5%. That is up. Is actually for February, 3.5% from January's 3.4%. Bradley County's unemployment rate up 0.3 of a percentage point, 3.6%. Polk County up to 3.9%. McMinn County's rate up 0.6% to 4.4%. Meigs County highest unemployment rate in the state, 5.7%. Local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. Sponsored in part by Mark Shepard Shelter Insurance. Big congratulations. I give Shepard a hard time all the time, but he is the president of the BNI, Business Network International chapter in Bradley County. He was the member of the year out of about 1,000 members. And this has got to be fake, but anyway. Then his chapter, Bradley County chapter of BNI, despite Shepard, is the chapter of the year in the world. So, well, it's in the district, but I'm thinking got a little T.L. Lowry evangelistic on us here in honor of Shepard at North Cleveland. So anyway, but no, big congratulations to Mark. As he told me privately, Bridget, he said the group was in shambles when he got there, and he
I'm sure he did not say
well,
that.
Well, actually, said a lot worse. But anyway, no, he's done a great job. Everybody loves Shepard. So anyway, BNI's on fire over there, and you can talk to Shepard about Business Network International. It is a tremendous organization. Big congratulations, though, to them. They are the chapter and verse of the year, and Shepard, the member of the year. Matter of fact, we just got word, not just in the world, but in the solar system. So big congratulations. Basically, they will transfer him to the BNI on Mars. So Elon is working on this. I think we'd all join in together and say we'd love to have him be the president of the BNI chapter on Uranus at 13 after 8. Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Oh, goodness. Let's get a check of traffic here.
What? Did they not cover that in your unit of planets?
Yes, they did. Oh. That's too bad. Yeah, let's keep it that way.
My mic was off.
Yeah.
All right, over here.
This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol Report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Crews are working to clear up an accident on the interstate. I-75 southbound. Traffic is backed up to the exit 33, which is the Charleston exit. We understand that an 18-wheeler ran off the road there, so traffic is actually not moving at all as we are seeing this back up on the interstate. I-75 southbound. The traffic is backed up to exit 33, which is the Charleston exit, and at a complete standstill at this point. So be aware of that if you're headed maybe from the Athens or Riceville area toward Cleveland. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, exit 20. Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty, 472-2173, bender-realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole, sole owner of Poole Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. We have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at job.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Elevate your siding projects with Cleveland Exteriors. Ascend fiberglass siding built with lasting beauty and low maintenance. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional siding. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Choosing the right health care plan for you and your family can be overwhelming. Direct Primary Care Associates' new pharmacy benefits is the best choice for you and your family. With personalized attention, convenient telemedicine options, and free generic medications, Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits offers everything you need to keep you and your family healthy and happy. Say goodbye to long wait times, rushed appointments, and unexpected medical bills. Visit our website to learn more about how Direct Primary Care Associates can provide the best healthcare experience for you and your family. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable healthcare for all.
Teachers Federal Credit Union. Go to mymix1041.com or download the free Mix 1041 app.
The new one from Taylor Swift, Mix 1041.
When is that rain coming in, David?
Probably not going to see too much until tomorrow afternoon, but we will see clouds moving in tonight, thickening up, and it's going to be cloudy when you start the day tomorrow. I'm not going to rule out a stray sprinkle or two in the morning. Best chances of heavier rain will be in the afternoon. So low to mid 50s right now, feeling pretty good, 56 in Chattanooga. After a high of 74, look at that, the record high is 82. 46, our nice, cool, comfortable low this morning. Skywatchers checking in, and it was toasty all up and down the Tennessee Valley and surrounding areas. Upper 60s and low to mid 70s. We even hit 80 in Unaka, North Carolina. Severe weather outlook, well, for your Friday, we're going to see the strongest storms, the heaviest rain to the southwest, moving to the south of Chattanooga as we head into Saturday. A chance of severe storms to our southeast. So I don't think we're looking at any severe weather. I do think we'll see some periods of heavy rain. I do think we'll see some wind, most of that Friday afternoon through Friday night and the overnight hours of Saturday morning. Most of your Saturday is actually not looking horrible. Not perfect, but not horrible. Next 12 hours, we're going to see again those showers beginning to pop up, but not till the afternoon. Until then, we're going to have a lot of cloud cover. We'll still be able to warm up, but not as warm as we were today. We'll be about 8 degrees cooler tomorrow, still getting up to about 67 for our high. And then during the afternoon, we'll start to see some of those spotty showers beginning to pop up and move through the Tennessee Valley. So we'll have more details on all of that coming up in just a few moments, guys.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Dad, are these numbers right? Our factory's been overproducing mattresses for most of the year.
The boys were on a heater and I just let them cook.
What?
Yeah, well, when you have a crew of craftsmen like we do, you just gotta let them go.
Well, I guess there's one thing to do. We'll have the biggest inventory clearance sale in our 44-year history.
Yep, we'll just mark everything down.
But people better hurry because at these prices, they won't last long.
And it's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means 1 person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.